Welcome, dear guests, to the mysterious world of Zariyah Hollow, where secrets abound and tales unfold. Tonight, I bring you news from within these haunted walls. Our esteemed master, Mr. Reinhard Hendrickson, is deeply engrossed in the captivating case of the Manderley affair. As he delves into its enigma, he has chosen to withdraw from the world, devoting himself entirely to uncovering its truth. Consequently, he is not receiving visitors at this time, as he tirelessly unravels this perplexing tale. But fret not, dear friends, for beneath the majestic Witchcrest Peak, known affectionately as the Old Witch, lies a place of wonder and untold stories. Have you ventured down the winding path to Shadowbrook Camp lately? There, amidst the towering peak, a ghostly gathering awaits, eager to share their narratives with those who dare to listen. Perhaps you may encounter Johnny Bailey, a familiar presence among the spectral inhabitants. His tales will transport you to forgotten corners of history, where the echoes of his adventures still resonate. Or, should you seek a different kind of insight, why not pay a visit to Madame Ruth? She's a cherished acquaintance of mine, a skilled fortune teller who possesses unparalleled wisdom. Yes, dear guests, seek out Madame Ruth at her parlor in town. Let her ethereal guidance illuminate the intricate web of fate and destiny. What secrets will she unveil? What enchanting tales will she weave? The choice is yours, as within the realms of Shadowbrook Camp, beneath the watchful eye of Witchcrest Peak, countless stories await those who possess the courage to embark on this mesmerizing journey. The path lies before you, dear guests. Choose your destiny wisely, and may the tales of Zariyah Hollow and Shadowbrook Camp forever captivate your hearts and minds.
My dear friend, it's you. Good evening. I recognized your presence amidst the moonlit shadows. I see your familiar face. It's a pleasure to be in your company once again. Shall we embark on a journey through the secrets and wonders of Witchcrest Peak, with Shadowbrook Camp at its base? On this moonlit night, the stars above bear witness to our meeting. Let the nights embrace and fold us as we delve into the mysteries of this hallowed ground. You know, my friend, in the 1800s, conversations such as these were a rare occurrence. The world was a different place, and people's paths seldom crossed. But fate, in its infinite wisdom, has brought us together once more. As I stand before you, I am reminded of the countless stories that have unfolded within these ancient hills. Tales of love, loss, triumph, and despair echo through the centuries, resonating in the very fabric of this land. Listen to the call of the owl, my friend. It is a sentinel of the night, a wise observer of the passing ages. Its hoots carry the echoes of forgotten voices calling out from the depths of time. These woods have witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations. They have seen the footfalls of indigenous tribes, the arrival of settlers seeking their fortunes, and the birth of a town known as Shadowbrook Camp. They are the guardians of memories, and we are but humble explorers in their realm. The creek that meanders through this land is like the veins of history, coursing with the stories of those who came before us. Its gentle flow mirrors the passage of time, connecting the past, present, and future in an eternal dance. Hear the distant tolling of church bells, my friend. They mark the rhythms of life, the moments of celebration and solace. In the echoes of their chimes, the souls of Shadowbrook Camp find solace and remembrance. And now, here we stand, united in this moment, bridging the gap between centuries. The past and present converge, allowing us to witness the timeless tales that unfold within the depths of Shadowbrook Camp and the enchanting realm of Witchcrest Peak.
right, folks, come on down now. Come on, gather around. Good folks of Witchcrest Peak, for we have a message afore we embark on this here tale. We reckon that our world as it stands today can be fraught with divisions and prejudices. We're mindful that some among you might feel uneasy or even disapprove of the themes we're about to unveil in this episode. Yet, 'tis our duty to shine a light on diverse stories and experiences to foster empathy, understanding, and acceptance. In the episode Euphoria, we proudly present characters who find themselves under the queer umbrella. They're souls with dreams, yearnings, and battles of their own. Much like any other folks, their presence in this here story is a celebration of diversity, a reminder that love and truth know no bounds. We kindly urge you to grasp that the inclusion of queer characters don't tarnish the worth of no other soul or group. Our aim is to kindle compassion and bridge the gaps that separate us, to show the world the kaleidoscope of human experience in all its vibrant hues. We reckon that not all among you might find comfort in these themes, and that's just fine. We respect your right to engage with things that aligns with your own beliefs and values. If you reckon this tale might pose a challenge for you, we urge you to consider your own emotional well-being and make an informed choice about whether to continue listening to this particular tale. We put our faith in the power of storytelling to enlighten, inspire, and bring folks together. We hope that through this here episode, we can create a space for empathy, dialogue, and growth. We invite y'all to join us on this journey with an open heart and an open mind. All right, we got an understanding? Good.
Welcome, seekers of truth and dreamers of the unknown. I am Madam Ruth, a purveyor of mystical wonders and keeper of hidden tales. Close your eyes and allow me to guide you on a journey through the realms of the tarot cards and the shimmering crystal ball. Behold, before us lie the sacred cards, each one a portal to a tale yet untold. Let us peer into the first card, unveiling the essence of a place known as Shadowbrook Camp, where dreams entwine with the veils of time. 'Tis a realm of whispered secrets and clandestine desires, where restless souls seek refuge amidst the shifting shadows. Now, gaze into the depths of the enchanted crystal ball, where the reflections of destiny dance in ethereal splendor. Here, we encounter two figures who illuminate the darkness that shrouds Shadowbrook Camp. The first is Johnny Bailey, a proud and valiant soul, tending to the noble steeds that bear the hopes and burdens of many. Within his heart beats a rhythm that resonates beyond the boundaries of this town, for he guards a secret, a truth that fuels his unwavering determination. And now our gaze turns to me, Madame Ruth, a woman of diverse lineage, blessed with the gift of foresight and burdened by the weight of my own desires. Through the mystical depths of my parlor, I peer into the cosmic tapestry, offering glimpses of what lies beyond the mundane. My eyes hold a spark of yearning, a yearning that must remain veiled from prying eyes. In an era when love's name remains unspoken, Johnny and I find solace in our bond, forged through a crucible of understanding. Together, we navigate the treacherous waters of a town, steeped in prejudice and judgment. But the path of love is rarely smooth, and our world is poised for upheaval as secrets are unveiled and the truth tests the strength of our connection. As shadows of the betrayal and blackmail cast their dark veil upon Shadowbrook Camp, the lives of its denizens shall be irrevocably transformed. Yet, amidst the trials and tribulations, the resilience of the human heart shall radiate, illuminating the forgotten tales that yearn to be heard. This, dear seekers, is our tale, a tapestry woven with threads of love, sacrifice, and the indomitable spirit of those who defy societal norms. Through our journey of trials and triumphs, we beckon you to bear witness to the eternal power of the human soul. Open your eyes now, my dear seekers, and carry the echoes of our journey within your being. Madame Ruth, the weaver of mystical narratives, invites you to embrace the whispers of the unknown, for within the shadows lie the keys to our deepest desires. Shadowbrook Camp.
A town forged from the dreams of prospectors searching for a better life. This place, with its wild spirit and unyielding determination, holds a special place in my heart. Picture it. The sun beating down on the rugged landscape, casting long shadows across the wooden structures that line the dusty streets. The air is thick with the scent of sweat, whiskey, and the faint tang of gunpowder. This is a place where men sought their fortunes, braving treacherous conditions and staking their claims with unwavering resolve. As I stand here at the entrance, I see the frenetic energy that courses through the veins of Shadowbrook Camp. Miners, weary from a day's toil, trudge back to their shacks with dirt-stained clothes and calloused hands. The clinking of pickaxes and the rumble of mine carts echo in the distance, a constant reminder of the ceaseless pursuit of gold hidden deep within the earth. Saloon doors swing open and shut, revealing a world of vice and revelry. Cowboys and gamblers mingle, their laughter and rowdy banter cutting through the air. The sound of honky-tonk piano fills the saloon, providing a raucous soundtrack to the stories of triumph and defeat that unfold within those walls. But amidst the rugged exterior of Shadowbrook Camp, there is a sense of community. We may be rough around the edges, but we look out for one another. The local blacksmith, with sweat pouring down his brow, tirelessly hammers away at worn-out equipment, ensuring that our mining operations keep running. The sheriff, with a steely gaze and a six-shooter on his hip, maintains order in a town where lawlessness can rear its head at any moment. Our streets are lined with makeshift shops and trading posts offering supplies and provisions to the hopeful miners. The scent of fresh-baked bread mingles with the earthy aroma of brewed coffee, providing a momentary respite from the harsh realities of the mining life. And as the day fades into night, the flickering glow of oil lamps casts an amber hue on the faces of prospectors and gamblers, creating an otherworldly ambience. The saloons come alive with the clinking of glasses, the strumming of guitars, and the sweet melodies of folks yearning for a moment of respite from the dusty toil. Shadowbrook Camp may be a rough and tumble mining town, but it holds within it the spirit of adventure, the hope for a better life, and the bonds forged through shared struggles. In the heart of this untamed frontier, where dreams and gold intertwine, we carve out our existence, leaving our mark on the pages of history. In the rolling hills and dense forests that cradle the town of Shadowbrook Camp, there exists a whisper that carries on the wind, a haunting melody that intertwines with the rustling leaves and murmuring brooks. It is said to be the ethereal spirit of a woman, a diva whose voice once graced the humble stage of our beloved town. They speak of Esme Levine, the Canadian opera singer whose presence still lingers in the echoes of our memories. Her spirit, like a ghostly apparition, dances through the trees, her voice resonating with a power that defies time and space. Even now, as years have passed, her essence can be felt, a testament to the enduring magic of her art. In life, Esme was a figure of wonder and mystery. She arrived in Shadowbrook Camp, bringing with her a touch of glamour and dreams woven into every note she sang. Her arrival ignited a fire within our hearts, awakening a yearning for something greater, something beyond the ordinary. Her voice, oh, her voice, it possessed an otherworldly quality, carrying the power to transport souls to far-off lands, to stir emotions long dormant within. With each performance, she wove tales of love and tragedy, evoking tears and laughter in equal measure. Esme held us captive, her presence a beacon of hope in our secluded town. But beyond her artistry, Esme embodied a spirit of resilience and determination. She graced the makeshift stage of the Opera House, once a saloon transformed by our collective dreams. She sang her heart out, pouring every ounce of passion into her performances, despite the unconventional setting and the limitations that surrounded her. Through her presence, Esme awakened the dormant talents of our townsfolk. She became a guiding light, urging us to embrace our own potential, to explore the depths of our creativity. Inspired by her unwavering spirit, we dared to dream, to pursue our own passions, no matter the odds. Though Esme's time in Shadowbrook Camp was fleeting, her impact was everlasting. Her spirit remains etched in the fabric of our community, a testament to the power of art, of music, and of following one's dreams. Her legacy endures in the hearts of those who had the privilege of witnessing her brilliance.
La musique, elle est mon refuge, ma passion, ma vie. The threads of my destiny were woven into the melodies that danced into my heart, guiding me through triumph and tragedy. Je m'appelle Esme Levine, and I was once a blossoming opera singer, a voice that soared through the grand halls of Montreal. But life has a way of leading us down unexpected paths, and for me, that path led to Shadowbrook Camp. It was here in this humble town, nestled at the foot of Witchcrest Peak, that my world took a different turn. My husband, with his dreams of striking gold, won a claim at a fateful card game in Montreal, and our fate was sealed. We arrived in Shadowbrook Camp full of hope and ambition. The promise of riches, the allure of a new beginning, it beckoned us. Montmarie worked tirelessly in the mines. His dreams intertwined with the earth beneath our feet, and I, in the midst of this rugged wilderness, sought solace in my music. I discovered a small theater group, a band of artists who had found their own sanctuary within these wild lands. They were accustomed to performing plays and vaudevilles, but the world of opera was foreign to them. And so I took it upon myself to introduce them to the magic of this art form. In the evenings, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I would gather them in a makeshift theatre, and together we would embark on a journey of passion and emotion. The grandeur of the operatic stage came alive amidst the humble surroundings of Shadowbrook Camp. Mon chant resonated through the timber walls, echoing the dreams of a life left behind. But the harmony of our lives was shattered one fateful day. The great mining explosion, a catastrophic event that reverberated through the mountains, claimed the life of Montmarie and marked the end of the mining operation that has sustained this town. The echoes of that tragedy still haunt these lands. A reminder of the fragility of our existence. I stood amidst the ruins, my heart heavy with grief. Shadows enveloped the once thriving camp, and the dreams that had brought us here were swallowed by the darkness. The theater group disbanded, and the town once vibrant with life began to wither away. I too felt the weight of the loss, but the music within me refused to be silenced. It became my solace, my way of transcending the confines of this desolate place. Mon chant became the bridge between the past and the present, a vessel that carried the spirit of Shadowbrook Camp. I have witnessed the passing of time, the rise and fall of generations, the whispers of forgotten tales. The land holds the memories of those who came before, the spirits of the native people who once roamed these hills. And now, as a ghost of the past, I wander these empty streets, my voice blending with the wind, etching melodies into the fabric of the town's history. Shadowbrook Camp may have lost its luster, but the echoes of its stories remain. My husband's spirit walks with me, a constant presence in the melodies that escape my lips. The echoes of our dreams and the tragedies that befell us will forever resonate in this place, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of music. And so, I continue to sing. Mes chansons carry the weight of the past, the hopes and dreams of a forgotten era. The spirit of Esma Levine, the opera singer of Shadowbrook Camp, lingers on, forever tied to this place by invisible threads. Tant que la musique résonnera dans ses murs, my voice will carry the melody of passion to those who listen.
In the heart of Shadowbrook Camp, where laughter and spirits intertwined, there stood a place unlike any other. It was not your ordinary saloon where rowdy patrons sought solace in the bottom of their glasses. No, this was a haven of camaraderie, a sanctuary where souls sought respite from the toils of the day. The saloon, with its worn wooden floors and dimly lit corners, held a unique charm that beckoned all who passed by. It was a place where stories were woven and friendships forged, a microcosm of the vibrant community that called Shadowbrook Camp home. From the moment you stepped inside, the air was thick with anticipation, alive with the sound of clinking glasses and animated conversations. The scent of tobacco and aged whiskey hung in the air, mingling with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee that wafted from the corner. At the heart of it all, the bar stood as a bastion of camaraderie. Behind it, a seasoned bartender with weathered hands and a knowing smile poured drinks with practiced ease. He was a master of his craft, a purveyor of liquid tales who listened intently to the joys and woes of his patrons as he polished glasses with care. The saloon's patrons were a motley crew, a tapestry of characters that added color to the establishment. Miners, weary from their laborious days spent deep in the earth, sought solace in a glass, sharing tales of fortune and misfortune. Farmers, their hands calloused from toiling the land, came to trade stories of bountiful harvests and stubborn weather. But it was not just the locals who sought refuge within the saloon's welcoming embrace. Travelers passing through with their eyes wide with wanderlust found solace in its familiar warmth. They would join the conversations, sharing tales of far-off lands and distant dreams, adding an air of mystery and intrigue to the already lively atmosphere. Amidst the laughter and merriment, the saloon echoed with the sound of music. A weary traveler would occasionally pull out a worn guitar or an old harmonica, filling the air with melodies that spoke of longing and resilience. Voices would rise in harmony, filling every nook and cranny with the beauty of shared song. Within those walls, friendships were forged and lives were forever changed. The saloon was a place where differences were set aside and the universal language of camaraderie prevailed. It was a sanctuary where the weight of the world could be momentarily lifted, where burdens were shared and laughter was medicine for the soul. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that danced upon the saloon's walls, the spirits within grew livelier, the conversations more animated, and as the night grew darker, the saloon's doors remained open, a beacon of warmth and companionship amidst the cool embrace of the starlit night. For in the heart of Shadowbrook Camp, the saloon was more than just a building made of wood and memories. It was a testament to the resilience and spirit of a community, a place where strangers became friends and where the clink of glasses carried the promise of unity and shared experiences. So let us raise a glass to the cherished saloon of Shadowbrook Camp, a place where stories were told, songs were sung, and the bonds of friendship were forged amidst the swirl of laughter and the clinking of glasses. May its spirit forever linger, an eternal reminder of the power of human connection and the warmth of a welcoming.
Harry! Around for everyone, here on me. Why? What makes me so happy? I'll tell you what's got me so happy. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round and lend me your ears, for today a miracle has graced our humble playhouse, a moment that will be etched in the annals of our theater troupe's history. A diva, a grand dame of the opera, has set foot in our midst, seeking to lend her illustrious talent to our modest stage. Picture it. Our little troupe, accustomed to staging simple plays and light-hearted comedies, now confronted by the presence of a true operatic powerhouse. It is as if fate itself has conspired to test the boundaries of our ambition and artistic prowess. She, this enchanting creature, stands before us, radiating an aura of untamed elegance. Her name is Esme Levine, a name that reverberates in the realms of music and theater. She has graced grand stages and captivated audiences far and wide, and yet here she stands in our humble theater, seeking a place within our ranks. With trembling hands and bated breath, we watch as she takes her position upon our modest stage. The air is charged with anticipation. The very walls of our theater seem to hold their breath. And then the first notes, like liquid gold, spill forth from her lips, casting a spell upon all who listen.
Je voudrais bien savoir qu'est-elle ce monde, si c'est un grand seigneur. Et comment il se montre.
It is Charles Gounod's Le Roi de Tous Les, a masterpiece of operatic beauty, a testament to the power of human expression through music, and as the words and melodies dance through the air, we are transported to a realm where dreams intertwine with reality, where passion and emotion converge in a symphony of sound.
Souvenir de
Oh, but her voice, it soars and cascades, filling every corner of our humble playhouse with its brilliance. It carries the weight of 1,000 stories of love and loss, of triumph and tragedy. With each note, Esme breathes life into the very essence of the character she portrays, invoking a range of emotions that stir the depths of our souls. As we watch in awe, we realize that in this moment, something magical is happening. The boundaries of our little theater expand. The limitations that once defined us crumble before the might of Esme's talent. In her presence, we are no longer mere actors and actresses, but vessels through which her artistry can flow. And so, my friends, we find ourselves at a crossroads. With this extraordinary talent before us, do we dare to rise above our limitations? Do we dare to dream of a grandeur beyond our wildest imagination? Shall we embrace this audacious opportunity and create a theatrical masterpiece that will be spoken of for generations to come? In the face of Esme's audacity, I say we answer with audacity of our own. Let us welcome her into our fold, not as a conqueror who overshadows our humble achievements, but as a collaborator, a guiding light that will ignite our passion and fuel our ambition. Together, let us create a performance that will defy expectations, a production that will make the world take notice. For this is a moment in time when the stars align and destiny beckons us forward. Let the music guide us. Let the stage become our sanctuary of dreams. With Esme Levine as our guiding star, we shall dare to reach for the heavens and leave an indelible mark upon the world of theater. So, my fellow thespians, let us gather our courage, for the journey ahead is both daunting and exhilarating. Let us harness the fire of our collective creativity and set the stage ablaze with the magic of our collaboration. Together, we shall create an experience that will resonate in the hearts of audiences, forever echoing the brilliance of Esme Levine, the diva who graced our humble troupe with her celestial presence.
Well, now, ain't this a peculiar task that's landed on my hands? Never thought I'd see the day when I, a humble carpenter, would be commissioned to build a little cot for a potbelly pig. But here we are in the ever-surprising world of Shadowbrook Camp. It all started when Mrs. Esme Levine, that fancy opera singer from Montreal, decided to take in a lost piglet and make it her own. They're calling him Beethoven, of all things, as if a pig could appreciate the beauty of music. But who am I to question the whims of a lady with a heart full of dreams? So here I am, measuring and sawing, crafting a little cot fit for a growing piglet. But let me tell you, this little piggy won't stay small forever. He's growing at a remarkable rate, gobbling up everything in sight. I've had to make adjustments to the original design, enlarging the cot to accommodate his expanding girth. I've used the finest materials available, strong and sturdy, to ensure that Beethoven J. Levine doesn't find himself crashing through the floor in the middle of the night. Oak beams, reinforced corners, and extra support bars, all meticulously put together to withstand the weight of this not-so-little pig, and let me tell you, it's been quite the challenge. Every time I think I've built a cot big enough to contain him, Beethoven goes and outgrows it in a matter of days. It's like he has a bottomless appetite and an insatiable desire for growth. I reckon this pig could give some of our local boys a run for their money when it comes to size. But I'm a man of my word, and when a customer comes knocking, I do my best to deliver. So I'll keep adjusting, expanding, and reinforcing that cot until it's fit for a hog the size of a house. Who knows, maybe one day they'll hold a pig pageant in Shadowbrook Camp, and Beethoven J. Levine will take home the grand prize for the largest swine in town. But I must say, as strange as it may be, this little project has brought a smile to my face. It's a reminder that life can be whimsical and unpredictable. And sometimes we all need a touch of that in our lives. So here's to you, Beethoven J. Levine, the piglet with a cot fit for a prince. May your days be filled with joy and your snout forever filled with acorns.
Ladies, I must confess, the arrival of Madame Esme Levine has set my senses ablaze with both intrigue and skepticism. Our little haven of Shadowbrook Camp, tucked away in these mountains, now finds itself graced with the presence of a renowned opera singer from the cosmopolitan city of Montreal. A diva, no less, who has chosen to grace us with her illustrious talents. Oh, the audacity of it all. One would think that our humble town, with its rustic charm and provincial sensibilities, would not befit the likes of such grandeur. Yet here she stands, Madame Esme Levine, captivating and commanding attention as if she were a queen amidst a court of lowly subjects. As we gather around this luncheon table, dear ladies, I cannot help but wonder about the intentions that led Madame Levine to our doorstep. Is it fame she seeks, or perhaps a desperate attempt to escape the clutches of a waning career? What possible reason could compel a woman of her stature to abandon the grand stages of Montreal for the quiet echoes of our modest opera house? But let us not be too hasty in forming our opinions. It is said that her husband, a fortunate gambler who won a gold claim in a game of cards, is the reason behind their sudden migration, a twist of fate, if you will, that has brought this Creole songbird to our humble abode. Yet I can't help but question whether there are ulterior motives at play, hidden beneath the surface of this seemingly fortuitous turn of events. It is whispered among the townsfolk that Madame Levine possesses a voice that could rival the angels themselves. Her captivating performances have enthralled audiences far and wide, earning her accolades and adoration, and now she graces us with her presence, ready to share her melodic gifts with our modest community. But mark my words, ladies, we must approach this newfound celebrity with caution, for behind the glamour and enchantment lies a world of ambition and artifice. Madame Levine knows the power of her voice and the allure of her persona. She will undoubtedly seek to wield that power to her advantage, manipulating hearts and minds with her mesmerizing melodies. As the self-proclaimed gatekeeper of our town's social fabric, it is my duty to unravel the truth that lies behind this enigmatic songstress, and I shall observe her closely, analyze her every move, and uncover the mysteries that shroud her arrival. For in this small community, secrets have a way of revealing themselves, and I, Eloise Peabody, am determined to uncover the truth. So, dear ladies, let us extend a cautious welcome to Madame Esme Levine, but be ever watchful of the intentions that lie beneath her elegant facade. Let us not be swept away by the charm of her voice or the allure of her presence. For in the delicate dance of Shadowbrook Camp society, every step must be taken with calculated precision, and every note sung must be met with discerning ears. As we navigate this newfound intrigue, let us remain united in our observations and judgments. And should the need arise, let us not shy away from the power of our collective influence. For we, the society ladies of Shadowbrook Camp, hold the keys to the gates of acceptance and reputation. It is through our discernment and scrutiny that the truth shall be revealed, and the fate of Madame Esme Levine shall be decided. Oh, the opera awaits, dear ladies, and with it, a stage set for intrigue, drama, and the unveiling of secrets. Let us embark on this journey together, united in our pursuit of truth and ever mindful of the delicate balance that exists.
Eloise, you simply won't believe the strangest thing that occurred in the thoroughfare just the other day. I was going about my own business, tending to my affairs, when all of a sudden there was quite the stir that caught the attention of the entire town. Imagine this: the sun shining down, casting its golden rays upon the bustling streets of Shadowbrook Camp. I was engrossed in a conversation with Mrs. Abernathy about the upcoming charity ball, when out of the corner of my eye I glimpsed the most peculiar sight. There in the midst of it all was Mr. Chang, the Chinese gentleman we all know too well. He was in hot pursuit of a tiny creature, a baby pot-belly pig, no less. Can you fathom it? This mischievous little thing had somehow escaped its confines and was causing quite a ruckus. Oh, the mayhem that followed! Shopkeepers and townsfolk scurrying about, trying to avoid the path of the piglet as it darted to and fro, toppling baskets of produce and creating quite the spectacle. I must admit, Eloise, it was a sight to behold, but here's the twist that will surely leave you astounded. As the piglet scurried through the streets, oinking with delight, it caught the attention of none other than Mrs. Esme Levine, our illustrious opera singer from Montreal. Now you know how whimsical she can be, forever lost in her own world of dreams. Well, my dear, it seems that Mrs. Levine mistook the piglet's squeals for the cries of a lost child. Bless her kind heart, she hurried to the piglet's aid without a second thought. Can you imagine the scene? Mrs. Esme Levine cradling a baby pot-belly pig in her arms, cooing and comforting it as if it were a human babe, Naturally, word of this spread like wildfire throughout the town. Whispers and rumours filled the air, with everyone speculating on what possessed Mrs. Levine to adopt a piglet as her own. And the most intriguing part, Eloise, is that she has chosen to keep the piglet as her faithful companion, giving him the name Beethoven. A rather unconventional choice, wouldn't you agree? Oh, the gossip is simply delightful. The ladies of our esteemed society are positively buzzing with tales and jests about Mrs. Esme Levine and her precious Beethoven, the piglet with an opera singer as his mother. Some find it utterly charming, while others deem it quite scandalous. But you know how it is, Eloise. In a small town like ours, even the tiniest incidents can set tongues wagging and imaginations running wild.
In the tapestry of forgotten souls, where the secrets of the past intertwine with the echoes of remorse, I recount a chapter marred by deceit and the murky depths of desperation. It is a tale that illuminates the shadows of human frailty and the consequences that follow in its wake. Once, in the hushed corridors of Shadowbrook Camp, I lived a life filled with love and longing, a cherished cocoon, hidden from a world that could never understand the flame that burned within me. But alas, the tendrils of jealousy and malice wormed their way into my sanctuary. A forgotten lover consumed by envy set her sights upon me with a venomous intent. She sought to tarnish my life, to expose my hidden self to a world steeped in prejudice and ignorance. In the dark depths of night, her treachery unfolded. With an iron in hand, she approached me with an intent so cruel, so devoid of mercy. Each strike was fueled by a hatred I could not comprehend. But fate, in its mercurial design, had other plans. In that crucial moment, as pain collided with desperation, Johnny Bailey, my brother, in spirit an unwavering ally, burst into the room. He saw the horror that unfolded before his eyes and became a pillar of strength, a shield against the malevolence that sought to destroy us. With courage that defied the odds, Johnny intervened, sparing me from the clutches of imminent destruction. His actions ignited a fire within my soul, a renewed sense of gratitude and determination. In an act of selfless protection, he raised his weapon and fired, ending the threat that loomed over us. In the quiet depths of night, we sought refuge in the forgotten corners of Shadowbrook Camp. Amidst the moonlit silence, an idea took shape, guided by the necessity of concealment. It was Mr. Reinhard Hendrickson, a man of resourcefulness and compassion, who suggested a resting place for the lifeless body that burdened our souls. Adeline Thornway's father, a forgotten soul laid to rest in a pauper's grave, became an unlikely sanctuary. In the hallowed ground where destitution met eternity, we consigned the blackmailer's remains to their final abode. Covered with lie, a final act of veiling their sins, we entrusted them to the earth, hoping to bury not just a lifeless body, but the sinister secrets that had tainted our lives. As we stood there, in the presence of Adeline's father's resting place, a profound sense of irony washed over us. The unmarked grave held within its depths the weight of secrets and sorrow, intertwining the destinies of the departed in a peculiar dance of fate.
Oh, merciful Father, we gather here to commend this wayward soul to your divine mercy. As we lay this body to rest in this humble pauper's grave, grant them eternal rest and perpetual light. Requiem aeternam donae Domini et lux perpetua luceat e. May eternal rest be granted unto them, O Lord, and may perpetual light shine upon them. Release them from the burdens of their transgressions and grant them the peace they sought in life. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, we offer this soul into your loving embrace. May they find solace and forgiveness as they journey beyond this earthly realm. Amen.
And now, as I stand at the precipice of a new dawn, I carry the weight of this tragic chapter in my heart. The scars run deep, etched into the very fabric of my being, but I am resolved, for the love we shared transcends the confines of this mortal realm. It is an eternal flame that can never be extinguished. May the winds carry these whispered confessions to the heavens above, where souls seek solace and find their eternal resting place. and may the spirits of the departed, entwined in their shared fate, find peace amidst the tapestry of forgotten souls, even as they lie in the embrace of a pauper's grave. The hushed moments before dawn wrapped us in their tender embrace, a time when the world lay still and dreams danced upon the horizon. The plan was for me to depart at first light, leaving behind the only home I had ever known for a future unknown. But Johnny, ever aware of the weight that rested upon my heart, took me on a buggy ride hours before the break of day, beneath a sky cloaked in darkness. In the cover of night's canopy, we embarked on a final journey around Witchcrest Peak, our destination veiled in secrecy.
The hours before dawn enveloped us in their tender embrace as the world slumbered under the cloak of night. It was at this clandestine hour that Ruth and I embarked on a final buggy ride around Witchcrest Peak, a journey that symbolized her imminent departure from the only life she had ever known. The darkness concealed our rendezvous, providing a veil of protection from prying eyes and the judgmental whispers of society. As our trusty steed carried us through the shadowed paths, we embarked on a voyage of both physical and emotional landscapes. The wheels of the buggy traced the winding paths around the Old Witch, carrying us deeper into the mysterious tapestry of the night.
The moon's gentle glow painted a somber backdrop for the conversation that unfolded, where we bared our souls and shared the depths of our struggles. We spoke of the challenges faced as sapphic and homosexual individuals in a world governed by rigid expectations.
It was there, beneath the starlit canopy, that I revealed the depth of my love for Ruth, a love that mirrored the bond of siblings, a kinship that surpassed the ties of blood. Ruth was the sister I never had, a kindred spirit who understood the struggles etched into the very fabric of my soul. With her, I found solace, a confidant with whom I could share my deepest fears and hopes.
But fate, like an unseen phantom, lurked in the shadows, poised to shatter our stolen moments of respite. The tranquility of the night was abruptly shattered when our steed...
Without warning, our steed was seized by a nameless fear, bolting forth into the inky abyss. I fought valiantly to regain control, but the hands of destiny were unyielding. In a heartbreaking twist of fate, Ruth was torn from my grasp, her life extinguished as she collided with the unyielding embrace of an old oak tree.
I clung desperately to the remnants of our shared existence, but the collision extinguished my life, leaving behind shattered dreams and a heart forever incomplete.
The depths of our hidden connections, where friendships forged in the fires of adversity burn brightest, I, Adeline Thornway, stand as the teller of this intricate tale. My bond with Reinhard Hendrickson, a man of enigmatic grace, transcends the boundaries of conventional understanding. Together, we navigate the treacherous waters of a town steeped in judgment and exclusion, offering solace to those who find themselves on the fringes. Ruth, a spirited soul whose heart yearned for freedom, was not just another name to me. We shared moments of laughter and whispered confidences, our friendship woven with threads of compassion and understanding, though the depths of her secret remained hidden from my gaze. I sensed the weight she carried upon her weary shoulders, a burden I longed to help alleviate. It was in the aftermath of the lover's demise, as the night cast its somber cloak over our actions, that Reinhardt and I hatched a plan to safeguard Ruth's fragile existence. Bound by a shared desire to protect the vulnerable, we wove a tapestry of deception and escape, threads intricately sewn to ensure Ruth's safe passage out of the suffocating grip of our judgmental town. As the hours slipped away, our steps masked by the shroud of darkness, we discreetly carried the lifeless body of the blackmailer to a place of eternal rest. In a solemn act of respect and secrecy, we chose a final resting place for the troubled soul, a pauper's grave hidden amidst the hallowed ground where my accursed father lay. Amidst the hushed whispers of the night, Reinhardt and I forged a bond steeped in trust and understanding. Our collective determination to protect Ruth from the clutches of a town that could not comprehend the complexities of her being fueled our every action. With each passing moment, the weight of responsibility settled upon our weary hearts, urging us forward on a path that would forever alter Ruth's destiny. In the final hours before dawn, when the world slumbers and dreams take flight, Reinhardt and I prepared for Ruth's secret departure. It was a delicate dance, orchestrating the intricate steps of this covert operation. I, the guardian of secrets, tended to the details, ensuring every loose end was carefully tied. Reinhardt, a pillar of unwavering strength, stood by my side, offering support and solace to Ruth in her time of need. But alas, fate's cruel hand intervened, stealing Ruth from our grasp before she could embark on her journey to freedom. In the aftermath of Ruth's tragic demise, the weight of grief settled upon our hearts, casting a somber shadow over the town of Shadowbrook. Johnny Bailey, her steadfast companion and dearest friend, bore witness to the cruel hand of fate that tore Ruth from our midst. Their bond, forged through years of shared laughter and tears, now stood as a testament to the enduring power of friendship. As the news of Ruth's accident spread through the town, fueled by the tongues of idle gossip, a cruel limerick echoed through the streets. Ruth and Johnny, side by side, went out for a carriage ride. They hit a bump, Ruth hit a tree, and Johnny kept going, ruthlessly. The callous words served as a painful reminder of the insensitivity that permeated the hearts of some, the scars of prejudice cutting deep into the fabric of our community. But amidst the sea of heartache and whispered rumors, Johnny remained a pillar of strength, his resolve unyielding. He carried the weight of guilt upon his shoulders, tormented by the notion that he could have somehow altered the course of events. The pain etched upon his face, the sorrow that lingered in his eyes, spoke volumes of the depth of his love and the anguish he felt over losing Ruth. Reinhardt and I, bound by our shared grief and determination, enveloped Johnny in our embrace. We offered solace in our presence, understanding that words alone could never fully heal the wounds carved upon his soul. Together, we stood as a united front, shielding Johnny from the harsh judgments of a town that failed to comprehend the complexities of his sorrow. In the wake of Ruth's passing, the cruel limerick became a haunting refrain, a reminder of the pain that clung to the fabric of our lives. But we refused to let it define us. We clung to the memories of Ruth's laughter, her vibrant spirit, and the unbreakable bond she shared with Johnny. In the face of adversity, we would rise above the cruel words and honor her memory with the strength of our unity. And so, as the sun rose upon a grieving town, casting its rays upon shattered hearts, Johnny, Reinhardt, and I stood together, vowing to carry Ruth's legacy forward. We would remember her not as a victim of a tragic accident, but as a beacon of love and resilience. In our hearts, the limerick would fade, replaced by the cherished memories of a friendship that defied the bounds of time and transcended the cruelty of a world that failed to understand. We would remember her not as a victim of a tragic accident, but as a beacon of love and resilience. In our hearts, the limerick would fade, replaced by the cherished memories of a friendship that defied the bounds of time and transcended the cruelty of a world that failed to understand.
Oh, the things I've seen and heard in this town, the secrets that find their way to my doorstep. They seek my expertise in healing, but little do they know the sins that stain their souls. Eloise, my dear wife, the queen of gossip in this wretched place. She thrives on the misfortunes and scandals of others, spreading whispers like a disease, and yet she knows not of the darkness I keep hidden. I've tended to the wounds of men who know nothing of discretion, who engage in acts they can barely comprehend. The pain they bring upon themselves, seeking pleasure in forbidden places, and I, the silent observer, the one who mends their broken bodies and accepts their blood money. Johnny, that young man of questionable virtue, oh, the tales I could tell if walls could speak. I've treated his lovers, mending their torn flesh and shattered pride, and yet I maintain my icy composure, never letting slip a word of what I know. I am a hypocrite, through and through, hiding behind my stethoscope, my stoic demeanor, while burying the secrets that could destroy the fragile balance of this town. I am a monster, just like the rest of them. But perhaps this tragedy, this shattered body before me, is a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions. Ruth, broken and lifeless, a symbol of the price we pay for our indiscretions. I, too, must clean up the mess, pretending to be the upstanding pillar of society. Eloise, my dear wife, your husband is not the saint you believe him to be. Behind the closed doors of this town, I hold the secrets of the sinners, their cries for mercy echoing in my ears. But I, too, am damned, a prisoner of my own making.
Ah, the limerick that sent ripples of laughter through the town. Ruth and Johnny side by side went out for a carriage ride. They hit a bump, Ruth hit a tree, and Johnny kept going ruthlessly. Oh, the townsfolk couldn't resist a rhyme at their expense. But let me share a little secret of my own. Yes, dear townsfolk, it was I who penned that cruel limerick, a small act of revenge, you see, for those who dared to defy the norms that hold our society together. I thrive on the power of words, weaving tales that both entertain and punish. So let the town continue its gossip, its judgments, and its secrets. For as long as Eloise Peabody holds the pen, the stories of Shadowbrook Camp will never cease.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, they say. But what I have witnessed, what my eyes have beheld, it shakes the foundations of my faith. In this small town of Shadowbrook Camp, where sins are whispered and secrets kept, I have seen the true depths of human struggle and love. Johnny, a soul burdened by desires deemed unholy by God's word, finding solace in the arms of his dearest friend, Ruth, their love hidden from the prying eyes of the world, held within their hearts like a sacred flame. Yet it is a flame that has been extinguished by fate's cruel hand. As a servant of the Lord, it is my duty to guide and uphold the teachings of our faith. But in the face of such profound love and loss, I cannot help but question the rigid rules and boundaries that confine our hearts. Can love truly be a sin if it brings solace and happiness to those who yearn for it? I have witnessed the breaking of the soul, the shattering of dreams, and the relentless pursuit of acceptance and understanding. In this moment of profound sorrow, I find myself torn between the laws of man and the compassion that resides within my own heart. Perhaps it is not my place to judge, but to offer solace and compassion to those who need it most, to be a guiding light in the darkness, a source of comfort for those who grapple with the weight of their secrets and desires. It is in these moments that I must embrace the true essence of my calling.
On a sun-drenched morning, when the wild grasses danced in the gentle breeze and the scent of freedom hung heavy in the air, Johnny embarked on a daring pursuit. The untamed spirit of a wild horse called to him, its beauty and grace a reflection of his own unyielding spirit. With a heart aflame and sweat glistening upon his brow, he gave chase, his every step resonating with a yearning to capture this untamed creature and bring it back to the sanctuary of Shadowbrook Camp. Through fields and meadows, across streams and over hills, Johnny pursued the elusive beast, his muscles aching and his breath ragged. It was a dance of determination and harmony, a testament to the resilience that burned within his veins. But the wild horse, a creature born of freedom, eluded his grasp, its hooves carrying it effortlessly across the landscape. Exhausted and covered in the dust of pursuit, Johnny sought respite at the banks of a shimmering river. The water, cool and inviting, mirrored the weariness etched upon his face. With hands trembling and a heart still racing, he cupped the crystal-clear liquid in his hands, drawing it to his parched lips. Each sip carried the essence of nature's rejuvenation, cooling his fevered spirit and washing away the weariness of his chase. As the water cascaded down his throat, a fleeting presence stirred within the depths of his consciousness. I, Ruth's ghostly visage, materialized before him, an ethereal form barely perceptible to mortal eyes. In that surreal moment, time seemed suspended, as if the universe conspired to bring our spirits together once more. With a tender gaze, I watched as Johnny, unaware of my spectral presence, sought solace in the embrace of nature. His exhaustion, mingled with a sense of yearning, painted a portrait of a soul seeking connection amidst the vast expanse of the world. It was in this vulnerable state, stripped of pretenses and defenses, that he would find himself open to the whispers of destiny.
In the aftermath of the funeral's solemn toll, the weight of grief pressed upon my weary frame, threatening to pull me asunder. With each beat of my throbbing head, a symphony of anguish echoed through the corridors of my mind, a relentless reminder of the void left by Ruth's untimely departure. The night, a shadowed cloak of despair, found solace in my company as I sought refuge in the arms of intoxication. A bottle, a companion in my darkest hours, offered a temporary respite from the torment that gnawed at my soul, but as the alcohol coursed through my veins, the pain only deepened, seeping into every fiber of my being. Alone in the sanctuary of my room, I surrendered to the torrent of emotions that had lain dormant for far too long. The floodgates opened, and my tears, mingling with the remnants of sorrow and regret, flowed freely like a river unleashed. Guttural sobs racked my body, as if mourning alone could fill the void left by Ruth's absence. In the midst of my anguish, I clutched Ruth's letter, its parchment wrinkled from countless readings. Her words, etched with ink and heart's blood, taunted me with their bittersweet beauty.
My dearest Johnny, as the sun sets on the familiar paths of Shadowbrook Camp, I pen these words with a heavy heart, for I know not when our paths will cross again. Fate has woven a tale of love and loss that stretches beyond the boundaries of this town we call home. I write this letter in the hope that it will find you upon your return, that you may read the words that flow from the depths of my soul. By now I have embarked on a journey to distant horizons, seeking comfort and liberation from the suffocating grip of a judgmental society. You have been more than a friend, Johnny, a brother in spirit and a steadfast companion. Your unwavering support and fierce loyalty have touched my soul in ways I cannot adequately express. But as the weight of societal expectations bears down upon me, I have made the difficult choice to seek a place where love knows no boundaries and acceptance is not a privilege, but a birthright. Whispers and gazes, like unseen arrows, pierce through the fabric of our existence, reminding us of the limitations that society imposes upon us. But I refuse to be shackled by their narrow perspectives. I will rise above their judgment and forge a new path, one that celebrates love in all its forms and embraces the diverse tapestry of the human experience. During my absence, I implore you, my dear brother, to embark on your own journey of self-discovery. Find solace in the embrace of nature, where ancient spirits whisper their wisdom and the truth of your being resonates in the depths of your soul. Let the wind carry your spirit to uncharted realms far beyond the hills and into the vast unknown. Remember, my cherished companion, that our connection transcends the physical realm. Though our bodies may be separated by distance, our souls are forever entwined. Take comfort in the knowledge that you hold a piece of my heart, just as I carry a piece of yours. And if, by some twist of fate, our paths should converge again, let it be a testament to the enduring power of love's flame. Until that day arrives, I will hold you in my thoughts and treasure the memories we shared within the sanctuary of Shadowbrook Camp. With all the love my heart can hold, your sister. Always, Ruth. P.S. I always knew that you cheated at cards. And the next time we play, I promise to kick your ass.
They whispered of dreams unfulfilled, of a love cut short by the cruel hands of fate. And in that moment, I realized the immensity of my loss, the irreparable void that would forever mark my existence. Time seemed to stand still as grief engulfed me, an unrelenting tempest that threatened to consume all semblance of hope. The weight of guilt bore down upon my shoulders, the weight of unspoken words and unfulfilled promises. How I longed for one more chance, one final opportunity to convey the depths of my love and the remorse for the moments lost. In the solitude of that darkened chamber, I crumbled to my knees, my body racked with sorrow's cruel embrace. The anguish flowed from me, mingling with the remnants of a broken heart. It was a catharsis, a release, as if my very soul sought solace in the act of surrender. And within that vulnerable surrender, a spark of resilience flickered, reminding me of the strength hidden within the depths of my pain. For a while, I allowed myself to seep into the depths of sadness, to embrace the overwhelming grief that threatened to consume me. The world outside faded into insignificance as I surrendered to the weight of loss, allowing its waves to crash upon the shores of my shattered heart. Days turned into nights, and nights into endless cycles of sorrow. I cocooned myself in the cocoon of grief, oblivious to the passing of time, to the world outside that continued to spin on its axis. The depths of despair held me captive, ensnaring me in its cold and unforgiving grasp. And in that surrender to grief, I discovered a profound truth. The depths of our sorrow are a testament to the depths of our love. It was in this abyss of despair that I realized the magnitude of what I had lost, the indescribable bond I shared with Ruth, and the void her absence had left behind. But even in the darkest of nights, there is a glimmer of light. Slowly, ever so slowly, the embers of resilience began to stir within me. They whispered of a journey yet unfinished, of a legacy to be honored. With each tear shed and each heart-wrenching sob, I found strength buried deep within the recesses of my soul, and so I surrendered to the grief, allowing its currents to wash over me, to carve new pathways of healing amidst the shattered fragments of my being. For in surrendering, I found solace in the knowledge that grief, though consuming, is not eternal. It is a necessary passage, a rite of passage through which we navigate the labyrinth of loss. In time, the tide of grief would recede, leaving behind the remnants of healing and the resilience to carry on. But for now, I allowed myself to be swallowed by the depths of sorrow, for it was in surrendering that I would ultimately find the strength to rise again, to honor Ruth's memory, and to forge a new path forward.
the heart of the sacred forest where the spirits roam and the whispers of ancestors echo, our paths converged like rivers, merging into one.
In the golden sunlight that streamed through the towering trees, I laid eyes upon him. A vision of pure splendor emerging from the crystal clear waters of the river. Time stood still as I beheld his form, water cascading down his glistening skin, gleaming like a radiant jewel in the sun's embrace.
I beheld Johnny Bailey, a man whose essence resonated with mine, his presence stirring a fire within my spirit. Our initial encounter was an alignment of celestial forces guided by the Great Spirit's hand. In the moonlit glen where the ancient bonfire illuminated our souls, our eyes met in recognition, and a knowing passed between us.
His presence was like a magnet drawing me closer, beckoning me towards a destiny intertwined with his own. Without a thought, I approached, my heart pounding in my chest, my breath catching in my throat.
The spirits bore witness, their ethereal songs of approval, weaving our destinies into a tapestry of intertwined fate.
As I drew nearer, our eyes locked, and in that fleeting moment, the world around us ceased to exist. It was as if the universe conspired to bring us together in this hidden haven of nature's grace. The smile played upon his lips, enchanting and captivating. I sensed an unspoken invitation in his gaze, a silent understanding that passed between us. In that instant, the walls of society's expectations crumbled, and the intensity of our connection became undeniable. We stood mere inches apart, the air thick with anticipation. The ancient trees whispered their approval as if they, too, recognized the significance of this
In
encounter.
hidden clearings where the forest whispered its secrets, we surrendered to the unyielding pull of our hearts. Our bodies moved in sync with the rhythm of nature, a dance of passion and yearning that transcended mortal boundaries.
With trembling hands, I reached out to touch his skin, the warmth of his touch sending an electric current through my veins. Our bodies moved in harmony, guided by an unseen force that urged us closer together. Our lips met in a fervent embrace, the taste of desire mingling with the sweet scent of the forest. In that sacred union, time ceased to have meaning, and we surrendered ourselves to the depths of passion and vulnerability.
Our union became a sacred ceremony, and the warmth of our breath became conduits of profound connection. Yet, even within the sanctuary of the woodland realm, we carried the burden of a world that failed to understand the depth of our bond. We found solace in the shadows, in secret alcoves, where our love blossomed like wildflowers in the moon's gentle glow.
As the forest bore witness to our clandestine communion, we surrendered to the primal rhythms of our bodies. In this hidden realm, we embraced the raw essence of our beings, liberated from the confines of a judgmental world.
We became guardians of our own truth, protectors of a love that dared to express itself.
In the aftermath, as we lay entwined in each other's arms, our bodies bathed in the gentle glow of bliss. A mixture of euphoria and melancholy washed over me. The weight of reality settled upon our shoulders, reminding us of the world waiting beyond the sanctuary of our secret encounter. With a final, lingering kiss, we whispered unspoken promises, our eyes reflecting a bittersweet understanding. Our paths would inevitably diverge, but the imprint of this moment, this connection, would forever be etched upon our souls.
The cosmic forces beckoned us to follow diverging paths, each with its own purpose and calling. With heavy hearts, we bid farewell, knowing that our love would forever dwell in the sacred chambers of our spirits, an eternal flame that could never be extinguished.
As I watched him retreat into the depths of the forest, a part of me yearned for a different world, a world where love could be embraced without fear, where societal norms held no sway over our hearts. But the practicality of our existence called us back, demanding that we navigate the complexities of a society that could not comprehend the depth of our love. Yet the memory of that encounter would forever reside within me, a cherished treasure that no one could take away. In the depths of my being, I held the essence of that mystical union, the whispered secrets of our connection, and the unyielding flame that burned in the sanctuary of my heart. And as I ventured back into the world, I carried with me the transformative power of that encounter. A reminder that love in all its forms can transcend the limitations imposed by a judgmental society. The forest had granted me a glimpse of a world where passion and acceptance coexisted, and I vowed to cherish that sacred memory until my last breath.
In the depths of my prayers, I honor the memory of our love, the sacred moments etched into the tapestry of time. The echoes of our whispers, the imprint of our stolen kisses resonate through the enchanted groves, reminding me of the transformative power of our connection. Standing beneath the towering canopy of ancient elders, their branches reaching towards the heavens, I am reminded of the eternal bond we shared.
As I make my way back home, my heart is aflame with a newfound vitality, ignited by the passionate encounter that transcended language and culture. The memory of the native man's touch, his tender embrace, still lingers upon my skin, filling me with a sense of wonder and awe. In his arms, I found solace from the burdens of grief and a connection that defied the boundaries of words. Though we could not communicate through spoken language, the language of touch and intimacy spoke volumes. It was as if our bodies became vessels of understanding, transcending the limitations of words. In the sacred space we created, our spirits danced together, intertwining in a harmonious symphony of desire and release. The memory of our encounter, of his eyes mirroring the depths of my own desires, follows me like a gentle breeze. I find myself yearning for his touch, the warmth of his body against mine, as I journey back to the familiar comforts of home. But I know that our connection was a fleeting moment, a sacred intersection of two souls on divergent paths. As I ride through the landscape that has become so familiar to me, I am reminded of the duality of life's experiences. The bittersweet taste of forbidden love lingers upon my lips, mingling with the sweet scent of the countryside. The world around me seems more vibrant, more alive, as if the encounter with the native man has opened my eyes to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond the confines of my own imagination. Yet as I approach the threshold of my home, a sense of melancholy settles within me. The reality of my world, bound by duty and convention, threatens to smother the flame that burns within my soul. The memory of the native man with his wild spirit and untamed passion serves as a reminder of the vastness that lies beyond the confines of my current existence. But I carry with me the gift of that encounter, a flicker of hope that defies the constraints of time and place. It has awakened a dormant part of my being, a longing for authenticity and connection that I cannot ignore. Though I must return to the world that demands conformity, a part of me remains forever changed, forever yearning for the wild embrace of love and freedom. As I dismount my horse and step foot on familiar ground, I am greeted by the sights and sounds of home. The familiar laughter from the saloon and the comforting embrace of routine envelop me, momentarily easing the ache within. But in the depths of my soul, I carry the memory of the native man, his spirit forever entwined with mine. I am forever grateful for the solace he offered me in the depths of his being, for the brief but profound connection we shared. It is a reminder that a love knows no boundaries, no language or cultural divide can hinder its power to heal and transform. And as I return to the embrace of my familiar world, I carry within me the knowledge that my heart is capable of finding solace and connection, even amidst the constraints of this town. So with each step I take on this homeward journey, I hold on to the flicker of hope that our paths may cross again one day. Until then, I cherish the memory of our encounter, the momentary escape from the confines of my world, and the reminder that love, in all its forms, is a force that can ignite the soul and forever change the course of our lives.
My dearest Esme, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits amidst the untamed landscapes of Shadowbrook Camp. As I sit here in the heart of Montreal, surrounded by the grandeur of our beloved city, my thoughts are consumed by a single plea. Come home, my dear daughter. Oh, Esme, I understand that your adventurous spirit has led you to seek new horizons, to immerse yourself in the ruggedness of the West. But my heart aches at the thought of you sacrificing the grand stages of Montreal for the uncertainties of a mining town. The opera houses of our city yearn for your resplendent presence, for the sheer brilliance of your talent that has enchanted audiences far and wide. Your voice, my dear, is a treasure that deserves to be showcased on the most illustrious stages, where admirers and connoisseurs alike can revel in your artistry. Why, my love, would you subject yourself to the hardships and uncertainties of a life far removed from the glamour and refinement you were destined for? The stages of Montreal have witnessed your ascent, seen the fire in your eyes as you commanded the attention of all who beheld you. They eagerly await your return, yearning to be graced once more by your prodigious talent. This notion of roughing it out west is but a fleeting dream, my darling. The allure of the unknown may entice you, but remember the comfort and security that awaits you in our city. You have garnered the adoration of patrons, critics, and fellow artists who recognize the extraordinary gift bestowed upon you. Come home, Esme, and let us surround you with the familiar embrace of the opera houses, the opulent soirees, and the resounding applause that is your birthright. No mining town can match the splendor and sophistication of Montreal, where your star was born and continues to shine with unparalleled brilliance. I understand the yearning for new experiences, for pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone, but I implore you to consider the legacy you are building, the impact you can make on the world of opera by returning to the stages that have embraced you from the very beginning. Our city longs for your triumphant return, Esme. Your name echoes through the corridors of the opera houses, whispered with reverence and anticipation. Your absence is felt, a void that can only be filled by your presence, your artistry, your commanding voice that stirs the depths of our souls. And while I understand the love and devotion you share with your husband, my dear, please remember that the world is vast and filled with opportunities. Should circumstances change, the prospect of finding another partner who would support your aspirations is not beyond reach. Please, my beloved daughter, reconsider this audacious scheme and heed the call of your true destiny. Let the grand stages of Montreal be your sanctuary once more, the place where your voice finds its fullest expression and your spirit soars to new heights. With a mother's love and unwavering conviction, your mother, Genevieve.
To Madame Genevieve, 24 Rue Saint-Jacques, Montreal, Canada, East, 1860, dear. Mamma, I hope this letter finds you in good health and filled with joy. I am writing to you from the enchanting town of Shadowbrook Camp, nestled at the foot of the majestic Witchcrest Peak, or as some of the locals fondly call it, the Old Witch. This mountain, Mamma, is unlike anything I have ever seen. Its peaks reach for the sky, adorned with a crown of mist that seems to whisper ancient tales. Life in Shadowbrook Camp is a vibrant tapestry of colorful characters. There's Mr. Hendrickson, a kind-hearted man with a booming laugh, who always has a story to share over a cup of steaming tea. And then there's Mrs. Jenkins, the town's beloved baker, whose pastries taste like a slice of heaven. But Mama, I must confess something that might give you a little shock. You are a grandmother. I have a new baby in my life. Isaac and I have named him Beethoven J. Levine, and he has stolen my heart with his mischievous charm. Imagine, Mama, a little cot has been made for him, complete with soft blankets and pillows. He even has his own tiny wardrobe, with cute little outfits that make him the talk of the town. Beethoven is quite the character. He's a fussy eater, preferring apples and carrots over anything else. And when we're apart, he lets out the most heart-wrenching cries, as if longing to be by my side. I must admit, Mama, his antics have brought much laughter and joy to my days. The town adores him, and his playful nature has become a source of delight for everyone he meets. I hope this revelation brings a smile to your face, dear Mama. Life here in Shadowbrook Camp is filled with unexpected twists and turns, and Beethoven is just one of the delightful surprises that have come my way, sending you all my love and eagerly awaiting your response. Your loving daughter, Esme. P.S. Mama, I couldn't resist the joke any longer. Beethoven is not a human baby, but a charming little potbelly pig. Oh, the expressions I wish I could see on your face when you read this.
Madam, Esme Levine, I hope this letter finds you well. It is with great pleasure and anticipation that I extend a personal invitation to you for our upcoming charity event in support of the Wounded Miners and Widows Fund. Your presence and the enchantment of your operatic voice would truly elevate the evening to unprecedented heights. Having witnessed your remarkable talent and the magic you bring to the stage, I am convinced that your performance will leave an indelible mark on our community. Your rendition of Norma by Vincenzo Bellini and other operatic selections will undoubtedly captivate and inspire all those in attendance. I must also share a delightful coincidence with you, Mrs. Levine. Several years ago, my late wife and I had the immense pleasure of watching your mesmerizing performance in Montreal. Little did we know that the next morning we would discover that she was pregnant with our daughter, Zaria. It was as if your voice had woven a magical thread that connected our lives in a profound way. Zaria, now a charming young girl filled with an infectious curiosity for the arts, has grown up listening to stories about your captivating performance. She holds a deep admiration for your talent and dreams of meeting you in person. The prospect of witnessing her excitement and joy upon meeting you at the charity event fills my heart with immeasurable happiness. To show my sincere appreciation and to secure your commitment, I have enclosed a check for the sum of $2,000 as an advance payment for your performance. Please consider this a token of my utmost respect and admiration for your artistry. I understand the immense dedication and preparation required for such a performance, and I assure you that our team at Shadowbrook Camp will provide all the necessary support and arrangements to ensure your comfort and satisfaction. We are honored to have you as a part of this noble cause, and we eagerly await the moment when your voice fills the air, spreading joy and hope to all. Once again, thank you for considering our invitation. The generosity and benevolence you demonstrate by lending your talents to this worthy cause are truly commendable. I have no doubt that your contribution will make a significant difference in the lives of those affected by the hardships faced by our miners and their families. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you have any questions or require any further assistance. I eagerly await your positive response and the privilege of witnessing your extraordinary performance. With warm regards, Reinhard Hendrickson. P.S. Please find enclosed the aforementioned check as a gesture of our appreciation and as a token of your advance payment. May this inspire you to create magic on the stage. Zaria is thrilled at the prospect of meeting you, and I am certain her joy will be immeasurable.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round. We have a matter of great importance to discuss today. As you all know, our beloved town of Shadowbrook Camp is preparing for an extraordinary event, a charity function to support our wounded miners and the widows left behind. Dr. and Mrs. Peabody, esteemed members of our community, have graciously taken the helm as hosts for this noble cause. Their compassion and dedication to helping those in need are unmatched. We owe them a debt of gratitude for their unwavering support. And let us not forget our dear Mr. Hendrickson, a pillar of our community, who has stepped forward as the patron and master of ceremonies for this grand affair. His generosity knows no bounds, and his commitment to uplifting the lives of our fellow townspeople is truly commendable. This charity event will be a night to remember, filled with music, laughter, and heartfelt speeches. We shall come together as a community, pooling our resources and talents to ensure the success of this endeavor. The funds raised will provide much-needed assistance to those who have suffered the hardships of mining and the loss of loved ones. I implore each and every one of you to lend a helping hand, be it through volunteering, donating, or attending the event itself. Let us rally around our wounded miners, offering them solace and support. And let us extend our arms to the widows, ensuring they are not left to face their struggles alone. The night will be a celebration of unity, compassion, and the indomitable spirit of Shadowbrook Camp. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. So mark your calendars and spread the word, for this charity event will be a testament to the resilience and generosity that defines our town. Let us stand as one, dear friends, and show the world the power of a community united in the face of adversity. May this charity event be the catalyst for healing, hope, and a brighter future for all.
As the fire crackles and casts dancing shadows upon the walls, I find myself lost in contemplation, reflecting upon the path we have chosen and the challenges we face. My beloved Esme, a woman of grace and talent, deserves nothing but the best that life has to offer. And yet, I can't help but feel a sense of inadequacy, a weight upon my shoulders, as I strive to provide for her in the way I had envisioned. The allure of the mining business beckoned me with promises of wealth and prosperity, an opportunity to create a life of comfort and security for us both. Oh, how I longed to make Esme's dreams come true, to see her adorned in luxurious gowns, basking in the adoration of audiences far and wide. But alas, my endeavors in the mining world have yielded little success. I had envisioned striking gold, unearthing riches that would pave the way for a life of abundance. Yet, time and again, my efforts have been met with disappointment. My own claim, separate from Mr. Hendrickson's ventures, has not proven as fruitful as I had hoped. The veins of precious ore that I envisioned seem to elude my grasp, slipping through my fingers like grains of sand. It weighs heavily upon my pride, knowing that I cannot provide the material comforts I had envisioned for Esme. The fact that we cannot conceive a child, a little one to fill our lives with laughter and joy, only adds to the ache in my heart. I see the longing in Esme's eyes, the silent sorrow she tries to hide, and it breaks my spirit to know that I cannot grant her that which she desires most. And yet, amidst the challenges and the setbacks, there is a flicker of hope that keeps me going. Beethoven, our cherished potbelly pig, brings us moments of levity and affection. His playful antics and mischievous charm have become a source of solace, a reminder that love can be found in unexpected places. Though he cannot fill the void of a child, he has brought us a different kind of joy, a reminder that happiness can be found in the simplest of pleasures. Esme, my love, please know that my devotion to you is unwavering. I may not have the wealth and success I had once imagined, but I will continue to strive, to seek opportunities to better our lives and create a future filled with love and happiness. Your dreams are my dreams, and together we will navigate these trials, hand in hand. Tonight, as I watch the gentle rise and fall of your breath as you sleep, I am filled with gratitude for the love we share. Though our journey may be marked with obstacles, I find solace in the knowledge that we face them together, bound by a love that is unyielding. And so, I will rise with the dawn, face the challenges that lie ahead, and continue to work towards a brighter future for us both. For Esme, for our love, I will persevere.
What's this? A letter addressed to Dr. Peabody from Mr. Hendrickson. Why is it hidden away in Edward's desk? Let's see what secrets it holds. It's already been opened, so it's already been read.
Dr. Peabody, I trust this letter finds you well? I am writing to confirm the details of the upcoming charity event for the Wounded Miners and Widows Fund, which will be held at my home, which I am pleased to offer for this noble cause. Hendrickson Hall will be transformed into a haven of elegance and sophistication for the evening. Exquisite decorations and intricate floral arrangements will adorn every corner, creating a captivating ambiance for our esteemed guests. The estate will comfortably accommodate all attendees, ensuring their utmost comfort and enjoyment throughout the event. Now let us turn to the culinary delights that await our guests. I have personally engaged the services of renowned chefs who will prepare a delectable feast fit for royalty. From mouth-watering appetizers to tantalizing main courses and decadent desserts, the culinary journey will be a highlight of the evening. I have also made arrangements for a carefully curated selection of fine wines and spirits to be served, ensuring a refined and memorable dining experience. Of course, entertainment is an essential component of any successful event, and I am thrilled to announce that Mrs. Esme Levine, the illustrious opera singer, has graciously accepted our invitation to perform. Her extraordinary talent and captivating stage presence will undoubtedly leave the audience in awe. To further enhance her performance, I have decided to accompany Mrs. Levine on the piano, creating a harmonious synergy that will elevate the musical experience for all in attendance. Enclosed with this letter, you will find a check providing the necessary funds to cover all expenses associated with the event. I trust that you will oversee the allocation of these funds with meticulous care, ensuring that every detail is taken care of and that the event runs seamlessly. Edward, I am immensely grateful for your partnership in this endeavor. Together, we will create an extraordinary evening that not only raises substantial funds for the cause, but also leaves a lasting impact on the community. I look forward to witnessing the success of the event and the positive change it will bring. With warm regards, Reinhard Hendrickson.
Oh, the audacity of that man! How dare Reinhard Hendrickson take it upon himself to plan this event without consulting me? Who does he think he is, meddling in our affairs and making decisions on behalf of the community? And to top it all off, he's invited Esme Levine to perform. That conniving woman with her seductive voice and captivating presence. I can already imagine the whispers and gossip that will ensue. People will be talking about her, praising her talent, and completely disregarding all the hard work we have put into organizing this event. This was meant to be our moment, our opportunity to shine as the hosts. But now it feels like we are just pawns in Reinhardt's game. And what about Edward? How could he allow this to happen? Doesn't he see that we should have been consulted, that we should have had a say in the matter? I can't believe he would let Reinhardt overshadow us like this. He should be standing up for our honor, defending our position in the community, but no, he remains silent, as if he's resigned himself to this fate. I won't stand for it. I won't let Reinhard Hendrickson steal our thunder and make a mockery of our efforts. I'll confront him, demand an explanation, and ensure that our voices are heard. Edward may try to calm me down, to reason with me, but this time I won't back down. This time I'll fight for what is rightfully ours.
Being wedded to Eloise proves to be a rather arduous endeavor, I must confess. She possesses a formidable presence, a force to be reckoned with. At times, I find myself pondering if our union was fated or merely a whimsical twist. Nevertheless, we are bound together for better or worse. Regrettably, as of late, our circumstances have grown increasingly challenging. Our finances teeter precariously, and Eloise persistently admonishes me for our predicament. Alas, she remains blissfully ignorant of the true cause underlying our fiscal woe. How could I ever divulge the fact that my propensity for gambling has drained our coffers? My visits to the saloon, in my hopes for a prosperous turn of events, have proven fruitless. Instead, we find ourselves submerged in a sea of debt, trapped within an unforgiving cycle that eludes my efforts to break free. Eloise, with her staunch convictions, would scarcely comprehend the depths of my predicament. Should she uncover the truth and shudder to envision the tempestuous fury that would befall me. Yet I cannot continue living this intricate facade, feigning contentment while grappling with the gnawing weight of this concealed truth. In spite of her idiosyncrasies and her manner of treating me, I remain steadfast in my affection for Eloise. My fervent desire is to provide for her, to endow her with the life she so deserves. Alas, my reckless behavior has pushed us perilously close to the precipice of ruin. In this dire quandary, I must unearth a path to extricate us from this mire, a chance to salvage our financial prospects. Perhaps Reinhard Hendrickson's proposition offers a lifeline, an avenue to reinstate a modicum of stability to our lives. It necessitates swallowing my pride and acceding to Eloise's demands, if need be. Yet I am acutely cognizant that if Eloise were to ever unearth the truth, to discover the extent of my gambling proclivities, our bond would surely be severed irreparably. She would not hesitate to dismantle me, to expose my vulnerabilities to a merciless world. Therefore, I must tread this treacherous path with utmost care, deftly navigating the delicate equilibrium between falsehoods and veracity, all in the pursuit of salvaging what remains of our union. It is an intricate dance, a balancing act that I pray will guide us toward a brighter future. Nonetheless, deep within the recesses of my being, an undeniable apprehension persists. The secrets we safeguard, the acrimonious resentment that festers, form a ticking time bomb that threatens to rend us asunder. Only time shall reveal whether we possess the fortitude to weather this tempest together, or if we are destined to succumb to a lifetime steeped in remorse and animosity. The quagmire I find myself ensnared in. Eloise has chanced upon the missive from Reinhard Hendrickson, and chaos has been unleashed in its wake. Her fury knows no bounds, her ire palpable as she levels accusations and threats against my person. The intensity in her gaze, the desolation and betrayal etched upon her countenance pierces my very soul. She demands answers, seeking to comprehend why I failed to consult her, why I permitted Hendrickson to dictate the terms of the charitable affair. She believes, with unwavering conviction, that I have relinquished my autonomy and surrendered to his influence. I, in turn, endeavor to elucidate, to reason with her. Yet her anger rages like a tempest, engulfing us both. She remains obstinate, her vision clouded to the broader implications at hand. I am cognizant of the suspicions evoked by Hendrickson's involvement. But what recourse did I possess? In that critical moment, I muster every fragment of persuasive eloquence at my disposal, endeavoring fervently to assuage her ire and expose the rationale behind acceding to Reinhardt's design. I assure her that this event heralds our salvation, a chance to secure the much-needed funds that elude our grasp. I bare my soul, laying bare the grim reality of our dire financial straits, the unfortunate consequence of my ill-fated forays at the gaming tables. Eloise recoils in disbelief, her astonishment evident as she grasps the extent of my clandestine addiction. Nonetheless, I beseech her to comprehend that this constitutes our sole recourse. Hendrickson's financial support, his connections and influence, may yet stave off our impending ruin. We must forsake our pride, set aside our differences, and embrace the assistance proffered. Reluctantly, Eloise begins to soften, her anger gradually subsiding as she assimilates the gravity of our circumstances. She apprehends that should we desire a future, however tenuous, we must seize this providential opportunity. Ultimately, albeit begrudgingly, she consents to partake in Reinhardt's scheme. She discerns the stakes, the repercussions entailed in spurning this lifeline. Together we must present a united front, orchestrate an event of grandeur, and secure the funds requisite for the charitable cause. Yet as I gaze into her eyes, a pang of guilt courses through my being. Guilt for harboring the secret of my gambling addiction, guilt for allowing our situation to spiral into this abyss, and guilt for the strain it has imposed upon our marriage. I pledge to myself with unwavering determination that I shall amend my ways, conquer this pernicious proclivity, and embody the husband Eloise deserves. This affair bears significance not merely for the welfare of the miners and the bereaved widows, but also signifies my path toward redemption, an opportunity to rebuild the fractured trust that has eroded between us. Together, we shall confront the tribulations that lie ahead, navigating this treacherous path side by side in the hopes that we may emerge strengthened upon the other shore. Nonetheless, deep within the recesses of my soul, an apprehension persists. A gnawing fear that our demons, our hidden truths shall forever haunt us, threatening to rend us asunder. Only time shall disclose whether we can indeed rediscover our path to one another, or if we are fated to traverse a lifetime marked by remorse and resentment.
As the grand charity event takes shape, the air is charged with a potent blend of anticipation and unease, every detail meticulously arranged, every thread expertly woven into the fabric of the evening. The plot thickens, like the gathering storm clouds that cast a shadow over the proceedings. In the midst of this intricate tapestry, one figure stands out amidst the rest. Esme Levine. Her enigmatic presence adds a layer of mystique to the unfolding narrative, a puzzle piece waiting to be unlocked. Who is she? What secrets does she hold? Her presence is a tantalizing enigma that lingers in the air, drawing whispers and curious glances. The characters involved in this intricate dance are not without their own hidden depths. Dr. Edward Peabody, with his undeniable charm and hidden vices, treads a delicate line between redemption and ruin. Eloise, a force to be reckoned with, battles her own demons while navigating the treacherous terrain of a marriage on the edge. And then there is Reinhard Hendrickson, a man whose power and influence have cast him as both benefactor and puppeteer. His motives, veiled behind a facade of generosity, hint at something deeper, something that may shake the very foundation of this intricate web of relationships. In this world of secrets and whispered desires, the stage is set for a night of revelation. As the guests gather, their masks firmly in place, they are drawn into a seductive dance where truth and deception intertwine. Each step, each word holds the potential to unravel the carefully constructed facade and expose the raw vulnerability beneath. Yet, amidst the intrigue and uncertainty, there is a glimmer of hope. Redemption waits in the wings, beckoning to those brave enough to face their own demons. Will they succumb to the darkness that lurks within, or will they emerge stronger, their hearts cleansed by the fire of truth? As the curtains rise on this grand spectacle, we're invited to take our seats and bear witness to the unfolding drama. The stage is set, the players ready, and the plot thickens, promising an evening of twists and turns that will leave us breathless. In this world of shadows and hidden desires, one thing is certain. The night holds secrets that will change lives forever. And as the enigma of Esme Levine lingers in the air, we can't help but wonder what role she will play in the grand tapestry of fate. The next time you return to Witchcrest Peak, to the darkness of Shadowbrook Camp, be prepared for the secrets that lie in wait, the webs of mystery that intertwine with the very fabric of this ethereal place. For the storm clouds have gathered, and the stage is set for a new act, where hidden truths and untold dangers dance beneath the moonlit sky. So, dear friends, hold your breath and brace yourselves, for the journey has only just begun. The secrets of Witchcrest Peak beckon, and the allure of this place will draw you back again, to explore the depths of its shadows and unravel the mysteries that lie hidden within.